Hi everyone, this is my oral defense on unveiling motivational forces, a qualitative exploration of self-determination in students' physical activity engagement. And I am Dr. Kate Daniel Padilla. Here's the outline for my oral defense. First is the introduction, followed by the research questionnaire, the methodology, and lastly, the references. Participating in regular physical activity not only enhances our overall well-being, but also promotes lasting health benefits. Scientific evidence on the multiple health benefits of regular physical activity across the lifespan has been documented over the last 5 decades. However, despite such mounting evidence, a large proportion of the world's population is insufficiently active or completely inactive, according to Gotthold R. et al. In the World Health Organization 2018. Adolescents are recommended to engage in 60 minutes of physical activity per day, but youth around the world often fail to achieve the recommended 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity per day. Because of that, research reveals that only 10% of adolescents meet these recommendations for physical activity. And with a growing concern on how to increase the students' physical activity, understanding the predictors of physical activity is very important. And as a researcher, there is a need to explore the motivational forces of college students in increasing their physical activity engagement. Ultimately, the purpose of this study is to qualitatively explore the motivational forces of students' physical activity engagement through the lens of self-determination theory. The theoretical conception on which this study is anchored is the self-determination theory with its sub-theory, the basic psychological needs. Self-determination theory is used to explain what motivates individuals to participate in physical activity. On the other hand, basic psychological needs will be used as a central to understand both the satisfaction and supports necessary for high quality autonomous forms of motivation. While reviewing my literature review, I thought of these three questions that could work for this type of research. The first question that I came up with is, how do students perceive and describe the role of autonomy in influencing their motivation to engage in physical activities? Second question, what type of social support do students identify as significant contributors to their self-determination in maintaining regular physical activity participation? And last question, in what ways do students articulate the influence of competence and relatedness on their intrinsic motivation for sustained involvement in physical activity? Okay. This study will use a grounded theory qualitative research to explore the motivational forces influencing students' engagement with physical activity based on self-determination theory. The participants will be chosen through the purposive sampling method, specifically criterion sampling. So this sampling technique typically is utilized for the purpose of quality assurance, help researchers study a very specific or narrow criterion and understand the implications of it. This also enables the researcher to study the criteria in depth and with emphasis. Participants involved in this study will be selected based on the following inclusion criteria. Male and female college students between 18 to 25 years old, having no self-reported or diagnosed with physical or mental disability. All participants are from one of the satellite campuses of Bukidnon State University South Cluster. The sources of data which I will utilize are the following: the transcripts of the interviews and the participants' demographic profile with the use of the Part U or the physical activity readiness questionnaire that deals with the personal information and medical history of the participant. Interview questions will explore the motivational forces of students' physical activity engagement based on self-determination. Transcripts of the interviews will be generated during the face-to-face interviews with the students in their respective classes. The transcripts of the interviews will become my data. Also, the interviews will be conducted at the school locations. In this study, I will consider using qualitative methods that start with thematic analysis to conduct data analysis in order for me to identify patterns and themes in participants' responses. There will be six phases approach which I will follow in analyzing my data using the thematic analysis of Brown and Clark 2006, which includes the phase one, which is familiarizing with the data, phase two, generating initial codes, phase three, searching for themes, phase four, reviewing potential themes, phase five, defining and naming of the themes, and lastly, phase six, which is producing the report. And lastly, research questions and results will be analyzed and discussed among researchers involved. So here are my references, and that would be all. Thank you and have a great day ahead.